You know what I'm hearing? Someone did not expect you to live this long. And this is a person that's been very close, a family member, someone that raised you, someone that came in contact with you when you were younger, more vulnerable. And for a very long time, this is an energy that has beat you down in very subtle ways too. They may have even pretended to befriend you, and if it's not a relative, it's a friend. I'm hearing there's a collector, and all of their treasures or the things that they've collected, the people, right? This energy is almost vampiric. They've been somewhat assigned in some type of way into your life by the shadow realm. And they're collecting, and now it's almost like they've been exposed, is what I'm seeing and hearing. They've been exposed in a way where their collections are actually escaping them. And it's happening in the dead of night. It's happening when they least expect it. And the collections are people like you. And when by the term collection, it could mean they've been taking life energy, life source, either through trauma or through diminishing your light, or sort of siphoning from your light in some way. And for a lot of you, it's through some kind of trauma that you've been shielded from, that you're not able to fully see. And for whatever reason, God doesn't really care about so much the content of the trauma, but cares about the healing process, if that makes sense. But this energy's collections have dissipated, they've disappeared. And for a lot of you, they've made a gamble, like they've actually had financial gain through this, through being in cahoots with the dark realm in some way and using you to some extent. And it's funny because this energy used you coming from a place of thinking that you were, I don't know, less human, like something about you was almost like if they were to do something bad to you, nobody would notice it. This is the energy that I'm getting. Like if they were to hurt you in some profound way, like nobody would step up to fight for you. And this has been a thing in your life where people have continuously hurt you. And as a quote unquote chosen one, whatever, you're continuously brought into the lion's den to some extent, and dangled like a carrot. And for this particular energy, it strikes such a deep nerve because they were sort of taunted with the idea that you would never get up. Like God gave them this bait, a very strong bait about you, where they were there to say their last word. You know, in the wedding when they're like, anybody who has their say it now or hold your peace forever. That energy, this person, it could be persons, for a lot of you, it's multiple people, but there's one in particular that stands out, maybe two. They had their say. They wanted so badly for you to stay down because they wanted you to disappear. Like, if not straight up, like outright die, they wanted you to sort of disappear, to be small. Because if your light grew, their deeds against you would be magnified. To God, to everyone around them, and most importantly to themselves. So this energy is now trying to sort of hide around the corners of your life, hide around the corners, and people aren't really touching on them. They're not really investigating them. They're not saying anything, but this energy internally is falling apart. And what I've been shown is like their collections of treasures that they've kept, that they've sort of abducted, is what the word I'm getting, are escaping from them in the dead of night. This could be psychological, where they're starting to lose the lies that they've gathered. They're starting to lose their stories. They're starting to lose the energy that they have sort of siphoned from you. And for a lot of you, it could even be tangible material things that they're starting to lose. But more than anything, what I'm seeing is that there's more rooms in their so-called house or their temple. There's more rooms that are now visible to the rest of society. The rooms that have been hidden, the rooms that you didn't even know existed. To be honest with you, this message is not even making sense to me because I'm giving it from spirit. Like I'm just letting spirit say the message without me trying to use my own understanding to clarify it. What I'm getting is that they tried to sell these rooms that they have borrowed or bought through your energy, through your blood, through your pain, through your trauma, that they have sort of swapped using the power of the dark realm. They were trying to sell these rooms to buyers, to people that will possess them. Meaning, for some of you, they were trying to hand you over to others that would continue to abuse and diminish your light. They were praying over that. They had people that they would go to in order to cast further shadows and spells. And for some of you, they might have even taken you to sort of like see someone, right? Either a therapist or a spiritual healer of some sort that prescribed you some herbs or something at a young age. And you may have seen it as a positive thing, but this energy is trying to cover up something that they've done to you. And God has, or is going to, if it hasn't happened yet, or has, if it has happened, brought them to the table of which before he was about to serve the dish for you. Brought them to the table so that they could have their last say. And usually this energy would spit on you. This energy would subtly spit on you, while at the same time, kind of like with a split tongue, supporting you. So that other people can sort of see or not see the fact that they've sold you in so many ways. And they've tried to bring in more demons, more vampires into your life so that they can use you too. And for some of you, it's via deep connections, like them sending spirits, people who are easily manipulated by other spirits, into your life. I'm just gonna get this out, right? The dark realm operates like a kingdom, okay? And you as a chosen one are a big beacon of light. This is why people might, at first sight, they're good to you and everything, and all of a sudden they switch up. It's because they've been taken over. They've been usurped. And it takes a lot of self-growth, surrender to God and the Most High. It takes a lot of work for people to not be jealous, to not hate you for no reason, and to not be crazy around you to some extent. But this energy in specific, they have so much debt against you. So much debt, it's crazy. And they hoped, this is the strongest message I'm getting, they hoped that you would sort of eat up all the pain that they gave you, all the trauma, all the abuse, and for some of you it's really deep and dark. And you would just crumble up and die. And you would just sort of like take their reflection, take all the evil that they've done to you, because for some reason there was an innocence about you, like a sweetness, something about your presence that they felt like they could take out all their aggression on. Like they felt like they could just pour out their darkness into you and you would absorb it and then take it to the grave. That's what they wanted. But they did not expect for you to instead transmute it and turn yourself into a beacon of light. Thus, opening up or illuminating these secret rooms in their soul, in their house, in their temple, that they have tried to sell to other people, meaning they have tried to wash their hands clean of the stuff that they've done to you by sort of handing the torch over to other demons or other people who are possessed by demons to take on, so that the beating will never stop for you, so that you can eventually just bow your head and give up and take it. All I'm hearing is collection season. It's collection season. And it would mean very different things for a lot of you. But there's a push and a pull, meaning there could be parts of you inside that may not want to believe when this revelation comes upon you, that may not want to believe the evil that they've done, that may want to come back into the house and break bread with them. And God is saying, do not. You will receive a warning. You will receive a time when you can get out and stay out of this energy, because some type of karma, some type of, I don't know, they even know it. They're scurrying around like a rat. Something is coming for them, and it's about to take them in the dead of night, and you are not going to be there for it. I hope this made sense.